Hello again to all of you out there. I'm Villain, and this is Vivi. She doesn't talk much, but I'm back with another round of pickups, mostly video game related, as usual, for April 2026. And yeah, let's get into it. So I thought I would show an unboxing of this. It's the Tactics Ogre limited edition for Neo Geo Pocket Color, and I thought I would do that because I didn't see one. I was trying to look up more information about what came in it, and I did find a little bit of information from some old forum posts here and there, but no videos. So I thought I might make one. I'm also including this in like a pickups like recap style video, but I'll probably break this out separately and post it just in case someone in the future is looking for just that. But yeah, basically it includes a Japanese copy of the game and a blue Neo Geo Pocket Color system. That's it. There's nothing special about the game. There's nothing special about the Pocket. There's no unique identifiers or anything different from just the retail version of either of those. Um, so you could, in theory, just get these two things separately and you would effectively have one. But uh, the thing that's unique, I guess, is the outer box. I also saw some posts online that said it would come with a strategy guide and a light novel. Hang on, I have those two actually. Oop. And here, specifically, there was some stuff on like fandom that was saying it should include those as well. Uh, but as best I could tell, I think that's incorrect. I don't know where that information came from. I don't think these were included. Maybe they were some retailer bonuses, or maybe they were just sold with it, but usually when you find a listing for this, it's even on the Japanese market, it does not include these. They're entirely separate. I did also find a post on like the Neo Geo forums talking about it. That didn't seem to have it either. Yeah, here's the strategy guide. This one still has the Obi. Just kind of give you a flip through. Yeah, and here's the light novel. Less art in that one, but still really cool. I like the Polytan OP on this one. I think that's cool. So now we'll get to opening the game. Okay, and you've already seen it, but here's the outer box for the game itself. And I might have said Tactics Ogre in the first video. If I did, I meant Ogre Battle. I get those mixed up all the time, but I meant to say Ogre Battle. And I'll try to carefully open it here. Okay, see what we got here. I guess something else that's technically unique is you get these kind of cardboard divider protector things. Like I said, this is just a normal copy of the game. There's nothing too special about it. I'm actually going to skip opening this because it's just normal. There's nothing special about it. And I have a tendency to bend these flaps when I open them, so I really want to minimize how many times I attempt to do that. And oh yeah, I stuck a silica gel packet in here the first time I opened it. Since it's so rare, I figured I'd stick one of those in there and try to preserve it. And then it comes with an in the box crystal blue system. Again, nothing too crazy there. It's just the outer cardboard, and this little cardboard is all you've got that's unique. I'm so bad at these cardboard flaps, man. are you getting stuck on? There we go. Got it. Get that out first, I guess. A little cardboard protector there for the system. And yeah, this is a beautiful, beautiful system. But again, it's not. I don't believe it's unique to this. Maybe in Japan it was sold like exclusively with it, but you can just get these pieces separately. And like I said, all you're missing really is the outer cardboard box. But I do really love the color of the system. It's beautiful. And yeah, I'll put this back together. But that's it. Just a quick look at the Ogre Battle. Almost said Tactics Ogre again. Limited edition that includes the transparent blue Neo Geo Pocket Color. Okay, with that, moving right along, continuing with more Neo Geo Pocket Color. I've been on quite the Neo Geo Pocket Color kick lately. I'm sure you've seen that in the previous recaps where there's been a lot of it. It was a system I originally got into in like the 2010s and sold off my whole collection at one point. Say I regretted it, but I did need the money for things. But now that I've been in a better spot, I've been rebuilding it. Things do cost a lot more now, unfortunately, but I've been deal hunting. I've been finding a few nice things here and there. And yeah, let's go through them. So first, I guess I can talk about hardware. In addition to that transparent blue one that I got in the Ogre Battle limited edition I just showed, I did get a yellow one, transparent yellow. One of the slim models. Feel like it's in pretty good condition. I'm happy about that. Ordered that off the Japanese market. And a lot of this stuff came in a bundle that I got. I'm really happy to have this pouch again. I think this pouch is adorable and so cool. Back when I had my Neo Geo Pocket Color before I had one of these, I did have the strap here. This one did not include the strap, unfortunately, but man, these things have gotten hard to find. But I'm happy to have one again. And this came in a bundle, so I got it with someone's used system. It's not in the best shape, honestly. There you go. You can see it's pretty scuffed up. It's not too bad when you play it, but I wouldn't want this to be my main system. But it's also a color that I didn't have, so I'm happy to add it. I have quite a few of these now. But yeah, mostly happy to have the pouch. I also picked up accessories. From that same person that was offloading a bundle of Neo Geo Pocket stuff, I also got the AC adapter in the box. It's not actually in the box. Hang on. It's right here. And I got a link cable. This is new, never opened. Which I didn't specifically buy it because it was new, but I guess it's cool that it is new. And this is the Dreamcast connection cable, which I've always heard about, but I've never seen one. This did not come from the same seller. This came from the Japanese market. Cool. Hook it up to your Dreamcast. I should give that a try. Okay. And I think I probably showed this one previously. It's like an official wrist strap. This matches my main one, my main modded Neo Geo Pocket Color. But again, from the same seller that was bundling things, they also had a wrist strap. So I picked that up as well. Which I think is pretty neat. Moving along from accessories, I think that's all the accessories. I don't think I showed this in a previous one. I might have. So I picked up a King of Fighters R2 on the cheap, and it's perfectly functional. It did include the case and no manual, actually, no manual. That's part of why it was so cheap, and the cartridge works fine. But I bought it because I needed a case to use for this reproduction that I got from someone. I do not have a cart of the English translation yet. I'm still trying to source one of those. But when I get one, I intend to put it in here and have a nice English translation kind of reproduction for Battle to Paradise, which I think will be neat. Got Fatal Fury, First Contact. One of the many, many fighting games on the system. But as always, love picking up the European clamshells. These are the best in my opinion. I got a couple of reproductions. So here's a Card Fighters Clash, I think it's called. SNK versus Capcom Card Fighters Clash 2 Expand Edition, something like that. This is a reproduction that has the English translation ROM already on it. I do have a game drive, so I could already play that, but I liked having an individual reproduction cart too. So now I have that. I picked this up while I was at it because it said something like International Translation Edition, and I doubted it would be in English because I don't see much about an English translation actually being available for Densha to Go to. But I picked it up anyway because it was pretty cheap from AliExpress. It is not in English, so I just have a Densha to Go to reproduction hanging out. Oh yeah, but talking about Card Fighters Clash, I also picked this up to get a little squished in shipping, unfortunately, but it's not too bad. This is the Japanese boxed version of the game. I haven't actually opened this yet. This just came in yesterday. Cool. I'll slide that back in for now. I'll test it a little bit later. Okay. But the thing I wanted to show, and the main reason I got it, is because it came with this bonus. It looks like a pre-order bonus in Japan that I thought was really cool. And I think it comes with this nice little message that says, like, thank you for your interest or thank you for your purchase, that kind of thing. And it comes with a telephone card that has some art of some of the SNK girls, which I thought was a really cool bonus, and I had never seen that before, so I got it mostly for that reason. Sorry, I'm trying to put it back without crinkling it, how it was crinkled initially. Let me retry. Uh-oh. There we go. It's probably going to get a little wrinkled, but I mean, hey, it was already wrinkled, that's fine. Nope. There we go. No, let's see. I've got two of the same, but two different versions here. I've got the Japanese version of Gals Fighters, Clamshell, which was like a budget release that was released later. But it's strange to me that in Japan, the budget releases released later came in the clamshells. I don't know if those were just like extra stock from when they pulled out of Europe or what. And here's another one. This is just the regular release from Japan. I haven't opened this one yet either. This also just came in yesterday. Give that a quick open. Yep. Gals Fighters. Once again. Carefully. Cardboard, always be careful. Yeah, it's a really pretty box. And I'm totally cool having multiple copies of this game because it's probably one of my favorite games on the system. Okay. And this is another one that I got from Japanese Proxy. Just got it because I thought it was cute and it was a pretty decent price. This is Melanchan's Growth Diary, which I assume is some type of like raising simulation game. that I won't be able to play because it's in Japanese. But we got it anyway. Let's see, what else do we have going on? Um, Pac-Man. I have a few copies of this at this point, but this was included in the bundle with the Neo Geo Pockets. And it includes the cross rings, which is nice to have a few more of those. And I feel like I got a pretty good price on Neo Turf Masters. So I picked that up. Did not have a copy of this, so I'm happy to have one now. This game is also on the Neo Geo AES. Which, yeah, speaking of that, I'm really excited about the AES Plus. I have an order in for that as well, so I'll be just excited to show that to you later in the year. Also got a European copy of Samurai Showdown 2, Pocket Fighting Series. Got all the languages here. Oh. I guess these are all the different language. I forgot these were in here. Different language manuals. That's crazy that they printed 3. I guess it makes sense, though. Okay, alright, let's try to do this carefully. Okay, that should be good. I'm saving the best for last. Also got a Match of the Millennium. Is this Capcom versus SNK or SNK versus Capcom? SNK versus Capcom. Yeah, SNK versus Capcom. I'm pretty happy with the price I got this one for. This was just an auction that came in at a pretty good price, but I'm a little bummed. It works. It didn't work at first until I cleaned the pins. Some of the pins are definitely a little corroded, so I'm gonna look out for another, like maybe card only cheap one to swap the PCB on that one. Make it a bit more clean and reliable. Okay. And King of Fighters round 1. This is the Japanese copy. This is another one I got because it was cheap and I was considering using its case for the reproduction I was just talking about, but I ultimately decided to go with R2 because I already had a copy of R2 and just keep R1 as is. I do not have a copy of R1 currently. So it's a Japanese copy, but I have it. And here's the big one, a Dynamite Slugger. This is, I believe it's considered like the third rarest game on Neo Geo Pocket. So I'm pretty happy to have it. I put in kind of a lowball offer and I got countered one that was pretty close to it. So I decided to go for it. The condition is very good overall, but there is a tear here in the manual, so it's not perfect, but I mean, hey, that's pretty minor. I did check the PCB, it seems to be authentic, everything seems to be legit, the game works fine. Yeah, that's a pretty cool thing to add to my collection. It's kind of, outside of collecting, it's almost kind of pointless because I believe you can just use a Japanese cartridge if you want and play the exact same game in English on your system. It's kind of cool. It's got the typo here on the spine as well. So yeah, now I've got that. I've got the Ogre Battle Limited Edition, Cotton, and Evolution. So I've got a lot of the high value rarities for Neo Geo Pocket Color, which feels nice. The main ones I'm missing are the Neo Baccarat and Pocket Reversi, which I'm not super interested in playing those, but maybe I'll consider getting them in the future if an opportunity arises. Not in a rush, though. I definitely want to save up for that. Those are pretty ridiculous at the moment. But anyway, moving on. I believe that's it for Neo Geo Pocket, which is my favorite thing to collect for right now. Okay, moving right along. I've got a couple of handheld bits and pieces here. I guess I'll start with Red Cart Magic Knight Rares. I previously had one of these, but I had some pin corrosion and my cartridge really wouldn't work. They work like maybe 1 out of 20 times or something. It was pretty ridiculous. Um, I don't know how to open this. This also just recently came in, so I haven't actually checked the pins on this one yet. I'd be interested in doing so. I don't have any of these Game Gear um, case thingies yet. So how the heck do you get into them? I'm assuming you press. Don't want to break anything. It says push. Yeah, I'm not going to edit this out either. You can just see me struggle. Do, do, do. There we go. We're in, baby. Yeah. And yeah, the pens on this one look way better. Red's just my favorite color, and I like the Ray Earth art, so I really wanted to have one that's in good shape. Yeah, so I picked it up. It was also an auction, so I got it for like half the going rate, which was nice. This is just a DS Pico, little flash cart. I have not tried it yet. I just picked it up just to have a flash cart for the DS. And these are really cool. These are like some lenticular cards for Tatsunoko versus Capcom that each one shows a character from each property that you can kind of flip between. It was cool. Someone had a whole collection of them that they were auctioning off. I guess it was like a pre-order bonus for GameStop, I believe, where you would get a booster pack that had a few cards. But this was a collection of all of them. This one's my favorite, of course. Love some Morrigan. Yeah, so those are pretty sweet. And this one. This is some pretty crazy packaging, but I really appreciate it. This is another Habit Soft Japanese homebrew release. This is not an English title, so it is in Japanese, but it's kind of like a shoot 'em up game. But I thought it looked really cute, and I've enjoyed the Habit Soft titles that I picked up recently, so I decided to grab this one too. But again, yeah, I'm pretty amazed with this giant plastic bin they shipped it in. That's pretty cool. Okay, a few more random assortments here. These are some things that I picked up, but I just didn't pick up many for the same system. This does not include the game. I already had the game that I got for a very cheap price. There's a little bit of damage on the art, but otherwise it was mostly just case damage, and I did a case swap. But I did not have the outer box and the soundtrack, and one popped up for like $35 for just the box, so I nabbed it immediately. I'm really happy to have that now. So mine's basically the little collector's edition. Dungeon Explorer, Warriors of Ancient Arts. This is something I got from East Ireland. I was placing an order for something else that'll come up later. But this game had been on my wish list on East Ireland for a long time, so I was just kind of taking a glance at my wish list to see what might be in stock that I had on my wish list. I picked it up. Hero Saga Leviathan Tactics. This is another DS game I've been interested in picking up for a bit, but I didn't have a copy. I think this one actually came from eBay. This is someone's listing that was a pretty good price. Pick that up too. I really like the character art, and the game looks really cool, like a little tactics RPG. I'm excited to play that one day. This is my second physical Switch 2 game. My first one was the Bravely Default remaster, and now I have Shoot in Order, which has wonderful art. Really excited to have it, and it's nice to be kind of building a Switch 2 collection now. I have the new Star Fox was just recently announced. I have an order for that, so that'll probably be my third Switch 2 game. But this is a really pretty box. Excited to check that out too. The Hyper Devotion Noir Goddess Blackheart limited edition for Switch. This is something I just ordered a while ago, and it just happened to come in recently from PlayAsia. I've already played this game on Vita. I did really enjoy it. It's kind of like a tactics RPG in the Neptunia universe. But I really love the Neptunia franchise. So usually when another port or re-release comes out, I usually just scoop it up. So I got this one too. I'd love to play it again if I can find the time. I'll be happy to go through it again. And I also picked up a Pokemon mini system. I used to have one of these before that I was like on a short kind of like weekend-ish vacation trip in Georgia somewhere, and this was a long time ago, but I visited a local game shop, and they had a Pokemon mini that had one of the official like pouches for it, and it even had the Pokemon Center like, wrist strap, not this one, but one with the Wooper charm on it. And I did end up selling that at one point when I did all my downsizing in the past. And that Wooper charm is apparently very difficult to find. Um, I ordered this one first. It was on the Japanese market somewhere. It came with an official wrist strap. Not that these are super expensive or anything. This one's not too hard to find, but I did think it was cool. It included that. However, after I had ordered it and this was sitting in the warehouse and I was waiting to ship it, an auction for complete in-box Chikorita green one showed up. And this one is in fantastic condition. And I tested it. I played on it a little bit. It works great. So I actually received this one first, even though I spotted it second. I might not have gotten this one too if I had seen this one, but I'm not complaining about having two that are two different colors. And I also got a flash cart. This is the P Mini flash cart. I got this because it was one of the newer, higher capacity ones, which sounded like a good thing to me, and I think it is a pretty good thing, but it apparently is limited in the size of the game that you can flash, despite it having a larger total size available. It's like the size of the data banks is limited to I believe, the original Pokemon Mini Flash cart sizes, which isn't a big deal. You can still flash all the official games to it, play those just fine. But there are some demos, like there's a cool Bad Apple video demo that plays. You can download and stick on one of these. I can't put the full quality, full version of the demo on here, which is like 2 megabytes, maybe 3 megabytes or something, because this has, I think it's like a 512 kilobyte per game limit, even though it has, I believe, like 16 megabytes total. So that's a slight bummer about this cart, but otherwise it works great. And yeah, it's nice to have a flash cart. I'd like to get Pokemon Tetris in the future. I'd also really like to get, I've seen these like these transparent carrying cases for the cartridges that like just holds a little cartridge and then like buttons over and then fits as a charm. I did see a blue one that included one of those, but I saw it after I had already bought this one, and I saw this auction waiting for it to end, and I didn't want to go that crazy and buy three. I have not been able to find that pouch in any other listings, and that one did end up selling, so yeah, I'll keep an eye out for that. I love this era of like transparent, tiny Nintendo tech. It's really cool. Which, yeah, speaking of like, transparent, tiny, excuse me, like 90s, 2000s tech, let's take a detour into some random other little bips and bobs I got on the Japanese market as well. I got these like Wonder Swan gotcha little mini consoles. They don't do anything. The buttons don't press, but they're just little plastic keychains. There was a bundle that included all the color variations. I think the pink one isn't here. That one's already been set aside. Um, but I think they're really cute. I think it was like 20 bucks for all of them. That up. This was like $6, and I thought it was just a cool um, color and theme pouch. I have no idea what I'm gonna put in this thing. No idea. But it's really cool. I really like it. Um, yeah, and because I discovered the Night Arcade line of Pokemon Center stuff, I got quite a few things. Which again, on the Japanese market, they're not bad. Most of these things were like $5 or $10. It's a cute little what does it say? Daydream? Something Daydream pouch. Did I open this one? I think I did. Perhaps my girlfriend did. Little Daydream, that's what it says. It's also really cute. But yeah, I was thinking maybe like some loose carts or accessories or maybe some handhelds that I don't have a pouch for. I could just store them in that. I really like this one. It's see-through. It's got like the glitter flow and the Clefairy and the Porygon. And I guess what they're going for is these are the Pokemon that you could get from the game corner in Pokemon Red, Blue, Yellow. Like these were the rewards you could cash your coins in for. But oh my gosh, I just love the styling of these. They're really cool. This is not from the same line. I just also like Litten, and when I was looking into charms for the Pokemon Mini, this is not a Pokemon Mini charm, but it is a Litten charm, and I was like, ah, well, I could just use that. I like Litten more than Wooper anyway. And I've also got this, which is a lot bigger than I thought it would be. I'm assuming you could fit like a Switch 2 in here, or maybe a Switch 1, or anything smaller than that too, I guess. Um, Again, love the see-through and the design. It's really cool. Couple other odds and ends, curiosities. This is the PlayStation 3 controller. There's also an Xbox 360 version of this, but it's like Marvel themed, which I wasn't really looking for. But it's like, it's one of the only controllers I've seen that has a micro switch joystick that's just like the Neo Geo Pocket. It feels just like it. There's also the Neo Geo CD style one that 8BitDo, however you pronounce it, made. That one has a bit more of a dead zone, but this one is almost identical to the Neo Geo Pocket Color. And as a bonus, these buttons are also micro switchy, which is really cool. One bad thing I've noticed doing research on this controller in the past is that there's like a rubbery finish on the back, and that has deteriorated. So it's gonna take some time and some rubbing with like rubbing alcohol to remove all of that so it doesn't feel sticky and gross, but otherwise, really cool. And I also have this one. It's the Retro Fighters Hunter 360, transparent green. Just a controller to have for Xbox 360. And I believe they're Hall Effect. Yes, they are Hall Effect, which is nice to have. I placed this alongside, there were some new retro reproduction, officially licensed retro bit things being ordered from Castlemania, which I ordered, and I placed this in there. I did not expect it to ship separately. I thought they would just wait and ship it all together, but they went ahead and shipped this one out. So now I have this. Alright, next up, I'm gonna go through PlayStation console. So mostly PS5, a little PS4, one PS3, and one PS2 as well. This is Wizman's World Retry. This is like a remake, re-release of a DS game that I don't think was ever localized here, which yeah, I couldn't resist picking that up. Pure curiosity. So I'm excited to try that out one day. Ninja Gaiden Ragebound. I really love the art of this one, and it's a game I'd like to play. It was very cheap on Woot, so I placed it alongside an order of some other items. It's also cool. It comes with the soundtrack and the booklet here, it says. That's nice. Final Fantasy Tactics, the Ivalice Chronicles. I have not played the Final Fantasy Tactics game. I know a lot of people are really excited to have a remake of this. I know it's been kind of like long rumored and long in the works. Um, and I didn't pick it up day one. It's not something I played before, like I mentioned, so I don't have nostalgia for it. I am curious about it, but seeing it cheap, decided to go ahead and get it. Redemption Reapers. This is something I just stumbled across in my eBay browsing, actually. I saw a PS4 version of it going for very cheap, and I was like, oh, is there a PS5 version? And there is. Um, the ESRB version is pretty hard to find. I had a hard time finding one that was still at MSRP, but I did finally find there's this store in Portland, Oregon called SideQuest Games, and on their website, they still had one at the MSRP, and I decided to buy it from them, and they shipped it out to me, and I'm very appreciative to receive it for MSRP from them, and happy to have it. Rushing Beat X: Return of Brawl Brothers. This is something I pre-ordered from VGP in the past. It's like a beat 'em up type game, which I'm curious about those. Feel like it'd be fun to give it a shot. I seem to be really on a kick with like Clear River and City Connection. I've been noticing I've been getting a lot of their stuff lately. Puzzle Bobble 3D Vacation Odyssey. I decided to get it's kind of a spoiler for the other stuff coming up, but I decided to get a lot of Puzzle Bobble stuff recently. There were some sales on some of it. I believe this one came from East Ireland. That's where I placed the order for um, some of the DS games I showed earlier. They were part of the same order. Yeah, looks cute. I had to try it. I think it's really cool that it comes with a voucher for the PS4 version. I do not have a PlayStation VR, the PS4 or the PS5 one, but I think that's really cool that if you have the PS4 one, you can buy the disc PS5 system and they'll give you a code for the PS4 version so that you can still use the PS4 PSVR. That's really cool. This is a limited run release that came in. Love is All Around. Some kind of weird live action-y dating sim type game. Mostly got it just because it looks weird. There are a few of these, it seems. Here's one of the other ones, Bubble Bobble Sugar Dungeons. This one is more of like an adventure type game where you side scroll or go through these levels, and it looks like it. I think a lot of them are co-op focused, but this one also has a co-op focus. And for some reason, the cute dinosaur creature here, Bubble Bobble art has just been speaking to me lately. Because I have another one, Bubble Bobble for Friends. The Baron is back. This one for sure came from East Ireland. It's one of the only places I saw it still in stock, so I decided to grab it. It's another like co-op focused one. Looks cute, looks fun. God of War Saga. I picked this up from VGP when they announced the reprint. I think, gosh, that was like late last year or early this year, I think. I placed it alongside the that beat 'em up that I was showing you a few moments ago, and both of those arrived together. I'm trying to remember if this includes a download code for some of them or if they're all on the disc. I want to say it's like all of them except for the PSP ones are on the disc, and there's a different one you can buy that will give you the PSP ones on a disc, something like that. But I don't think it says here on the back. Yeah, I don't remember. I'd have to look it up. Chorokyu? Same person that was selling some Neo Geo Pocket Bundle stuff that was pretty cool. Also had this game, just a new sealed copy of it, the English version. It's a game I've been interested in picking up and playing. Um, I didn't need a new sealed version of it since I do intend to take it out and play it, but they had it for a good price, so nabbed it since I was getting some other stuff from them and got a shipping discount. Oh yeah, I almost forgot about this. So Redemption Reapers in Japan had a limited edition that included like an art book and a soundtrack CD. And when I was browsing the Japanese market, I saw um, a listing for just the soundtrack CD and the art book, and there's no such edition for the ESRB version. So since I got the ESRB version at price at MSRP, I figured I'd just add on the extras from the Japanese collector's edition, so I'd have those too. This is something that just came in yesterday, so I still haven't opened it. But maybe we can do that. Let's do that right now, actually. It's gonna be very crinkly. Oh, it's in there pretty snugly. Okay, if it comes out of here, it's probably not going back in. But this packaging is really interesting to me. I got it from Mercari, Japan. I'm assuming this is just some thing that they provide to you that if you like want to buy their packaging or something, kind of like how some sellers have eBay packaging, you know? Yeah, but here's the it's sealed. All right, I'm not gonna completely open it. There's the soundtrack. And the Art of Redemption Reapers. Give that a quick flip through here. It's cool. Storyboarding. Yeah, neat. Some weapons. I assume these are like enemies. It says character, but you know, hey, enemies are characters too. It's pretty cool. Neat. Yeah, I don't know if you get to pick a character to play as, but I'm picking her, 100%. I'm assuming you control many at once since it's like a tactics RPG. But she'll be the one I focus on. Yeah, that was neat to also get as well for pretty cheap. Okay, and this is probably the last round of video game pickups here. We got Xbox to talk about. Got Shantae Advance, Risky Revolution. I have two copies of this because one they released with like a special cover, and I was kind of a sucker, and I got the special anniversary cover in addition to the regular. But I like the Shantae games. They're really cute, and I've been on like an Xbox collecting kick for a while for physical media, and that continues. Bratz, Rhythm and Style. This is a licensed rhythm game for the Bratz dolls that I assume is not very good, but I do like rhythm games and I wanted to give it a shot. And this is something that was also listed on Woot for very cheap, and I really like the idea of getting, you know, kind of these odd games on Xbox lately, so I grabbed that. 2 Crimson Butterfly remake. I am interested in playing this one. I'm kind of a coward when it comes to survival horror, but I always say Fatal Frame is the series that I'd like to give more of a try. I had Fatal Frame on the original Xbox as a kid. I played a bit of it. I thought it was really cool, but yeah, I don't do well with horror, but I want to give it a try. King of Fighters 12 for the Xbox 360. This is a game that in college I believe I pre-ordered because I had kind of just discovered King of Fighters and I was really into it after playing 11 on PlayStation 2. This one is not really well received. Everyone likes 13 more because in 13 they basically built on the foundation of 12 and added a real story mode and some more characters. So this is considered to be kind of bare bones by comparison, but I wanted to have a copy again. Dead or Alive 4 on the Xbox 360. This is a Japanese copy that came with this cool like slipcover. I already have an English copy, but I thought the slipcover was really cool. Same person that was selling the Neo Geo Pocket and Chorokyu also had this. So it was another like get more stuff, get a shipping discount type of deal. And lastly, Amped 3. So I recently saw in like someone else's pickup video, I think, that they showed some gameplay for this game, and I had no idea that the story was told in such a wild way. It's like the devs had full creative freedom or something. Oh wow, you can kind of see this has had some pressure on it at some point. I got this from East Ireland, um, and the story mode just looks nuts. And I think, a snowboarding game would be fun to play. I've never really played much in the way of snowboarding, but it looked really cool and it wasn't expensive. So I decided to go ahead and grab one. That should be it for all the video game pickups. So I wanted to talk about just what I've been playing a little bit. It's only two things lately. I had talked previously about Screamer. I really loved this game. I had a fantastic time playing it. Uh, I got all of the achievements. There's like a secret boss. That one was really hard. But every time that this game pushed back in difficulty, I would just kind of remind myself that I enjoyed playing it. So replaying a level was not really a big deal. Um, so I just kind of kept grinding it out. I didn't lower the difficulty at all. You can lower it to easy and still get all the achievements, but in the story mode, I left it on normal the whole way through, and it was brutal sometimes, but I got through it just fine. It's a fantastic game. I love it. I'd love to see more games like this. And, there's definitely room in the story for a sequel, so I hope they keep going. And Hyperdimension Neptunia Rebirth 1 Plus, the PlayStation 4. I'm currently playing this. I just got the true ending last night. I need to go through again and unlock a couple of the CPU candidates, get everyone to level 100, make 100 items, and get the other ending. That's all I have left to do, which shouldn't take too long, but I've probably told this story a million times, but Hyperdimension Neptunia is a really special series to me because it's the series that taught me to stop paying attention to reviews and public sentiment, and that's when I stopped, like I was buying Oblivion and BioShock, and I was having a miserable time just like slogging through them, and I didn't understand why I wasn't enjoying these games that like people seemed to love. And at the same time, I had been skipping over Neptunia and store shelves. Like it always seemed really interesting to me. It's like, oh, this game looks so cool. But every time I looked up reviews, they were so bad. Um, but finally, after a couple of years, I picked up the original one on PS3, and I had a fantastic time playing it. I was like staying up all night over the weekend, which was the first time that had happened with me for a game in a while. They're not great games. They have plenty of issues, but I just like it really connected with me that like these are the type of games I want to be playing. Not necessarily Neptunia specifically, but like, colorful JRPG type games. I really go for that. And it kind of taught me to break out of listening to what's the word I'm looking for? Like a collective um, reviews, like Metacritic, OpenCritic style things, and focus a bit more on individual reviewers that you agree with. So, like if you read it, if you can find a person that wrote a review that you feel like they describe things they like and dislike that you also like and dislike in games, then maybe pay a bit more attention to their reviews for games that you haven't played. I think everyone's opinion is valid. I think it's totally fine that plenty of reviewers didn't like this game, but looking at them as objective is a mistake. And I think every review has value, and it's the consumer's kind of responsibility to figure out for themselves what perspective they think would match theirs the most. Um, and yeah, this is like my fourth time playing through Neptunia 1. I played the original on PS3. I played Rebirth 1 on Vita. I played Reverse on PS4, and now I've played Rebirth 1 Plus on PS4. Reverse was on PS5, sorry. But yeah, um, I do feel like in hindsight, the remake it streamlined a lot of things, but I think it lost some things with um the world feeling a bit more like a world, whereas in this one things feel more just like a menu you click through. Um, I feel like there was a bit more sense of like travel and adventure in the old ones. Now, granted, when I played the original on PS3 and then I played Rebirth, I thought Rebirth was way better because of how much streamlining it did. But now that I played through it a few times, I'm kind of missing the PS3 one. But I also haven't played the PS3 one in a while, so maybe I should play it again to see if I still feel that way. But anyway, yeah, that's what I've been playing lately. And I guess I'll talk about figures a little bit. I do like figures. I definitely say I'm more into video games, but I definitely do like figures. I got this Bishojo Morgan that came in, and it's one of my favorite Morgan figures. I think the other one that I really like is the nurse one, where she has the black outfit. That's probably my favorite one I have of her. But this one is a good second. I like it. And I also have this one, Viper from Nikki. Not actually sure how you pronounce it. I tried it briefly, but it didn't really click with me. The character designs are really nice, though. I really like her shiny outfit and the color that it's at, and the pose here where she's holding the phone. Thought it was very cute. It's a very nice looking little 1/7 here. And another reason I don't show figures is it's just really difficult to show with the setup I've got here that is focused on like small games. I showed the box for her last time, but I've opened her now, and it's a gorgeous figure, but it's really big. And this is the coolest figure I own now. I don't know why I passed this figure up so much in the past, and why I dragged my feet with the pre-order reissue. Is the Reading Steiner figure, Steinskate, Makise Kurisu, I think is how you pronounce it. That sounds like Christina. Christina. But I love the old beige computers and the monitors and stuff. And what was really nice about this is that it was all basically already assembled. Like, you don't have to do all this stuff. You just pop her onto it. She's separate. She's got like a little peg here where her hair goes, and you just pop her on. Yeah, like I said, this is probably my favorite just figure that I have now. It's gorgeous. I love it, and it's one of my favorite characters. I thankfully did not have to pay aftermarket prices for it. I was just stalking Big Bad Toy Store because it was saying pre-order sold out, but it sounded like that meant they might have some cancellations or extra stock when they received their pre-orders, and they did. A couple came in. I got one. My girlfriend also got one. And I think there was one or two left after that, and those went pretty rapidly as well. But really happy I didn't have to pay like 500 or 600, however much they're going for now, because this figure freaking rules. I love it. This one's a little bit more risque. It's kind of the budget brand Figmon, I think it's called, but it's a 1/4 at a very reasonable price. But I think the figure is still gorgeous. I'm a fan of all the shiny clothing. I think it looks great. Elf Nurse Bennett, I think this one is called. She's a little unstable. It's really hard to get her to balance. Well, now she's balancing fine, actually. In my display case, she doesn't balance very easily. She almost wants to tip over. But she's a great figure. And I have a few that I also haven't opened yet. Well, there is one that I did open that I'm not going to show you because her, what's the Shuten Doji one, and she kind of has like a gourd that she's holding, and I just don't want to set it back up again. But anyway, this Azure Lane, I'm gonna butcher the pronunciation, but Prinz Ruprecht, Apex Toys. I really like the big horns and the expression, the kind of like the smug fang look that she's got going on. This is something. Oh, and I like the little manju down here too. Those are always a win. This is something that Tokyo Otaku Mode had on sale. I think they listed it as in stock, and they had some special discount for it around like Thanksgiving. Is when I ordered it, and it finally came in. Happy to have that one too. Yeah, I don't know if it will be next month or the month after, but I have quite a large Ami order I placed as well. That's basically gonna fill up the rest of my display case and probably then some. So I'm excited to talk about that. I've got a couple more in-box ones. I'll just kind of go over quickly. I'm not ready to unbox them and set them up just yet, but I'll show you what else I got quickly. Okay, next up, I've got this Dragon's Crown Sorceress. This is the reissue figure from Orchid Seed. Yeah, Orchid Seed. This one just came out. This is a figure that my girlfriend and I split the cost on. So it's kind of like our figure together, which is I think pretty cool. I've never had like a co-ownership figure, so we're gonna like display it kind of prominently in the living room, along with some of our other like sentimental stuff. I'm really happy about that. It's a really pretty figure. Also got this one that you probably can't really see what's going on here, so I'll have to flip it over. Widow Kyrie. There you go. You can get a better look at her there. I think the art style is gorgeous, and again, with the shiny clothes, I'm a fan. The purple parasol. Why would you not buy it? And lastly, just in time for me just finishing Metaphor recently, Hulkenberg, Kotobukiya. Kotobukiya? Again, haven't opened it yet. As you can see, it's still in plastic wrap even. But it looks like a really pretty figure. And yeah, after playing the game, I'm really happy to have a figurine of her. She's probably my favorite character. Yeah, probably. Yeah, I liked her a lot. Yep. And with that, I believe we are done. That was another bigger than I thought round of pickups. Quite a bit picked up this month as well. I've been really into rebuilding retro and figures and stuff, but it's been really fun. I've also, as usual, I've kind of enjoyed watching this style of video for people. I've gotten really into 4 a.m. laundry lately. That kind of also inspired me actually to do the ogre battle unboxing because he actually saw one and he was like, "Huh, I wonder what's in it." Surprised there's not much unique in it, but yeah, if as always, I just like to say that if you know you kind of enjoy this as background noise or just the chance that you may stumble across some game you haven't heard of and now you want to check out, that's um, you know, I'm tempted to say that's why I do it, but I mostly do it just because I enjoy doing it and I just kind of want to make these types of videos as a hobby. But that's what I hope people get out of it because that's what I get out of this type of video when I watch them. And if you get that, then great. I would love to hear that you got that out of this. But anyway, I'm Villain, thanks for sticking with me in NVV here while we showed you what I picked up in April 2026. I intend to be back next month to show some more. So we'll see what kind of cool stuff comes in then. Take care. Hope you're doing swell and have a great day.